Assets only, no liabilities.
Okay, guys, so the first thing that you need to understand before you start a YouTube channel, before you do anything, is you have to understand how this all works. What I'm talking about is specifically, I'm talking about the algorithm, right? The YouTube algorithm. If you don't understand what an algorithm is pretty much the systems and the coding behind how something works, right? So you're talking about YouTube, for example, TikTok, Twitter. We have all these social media platforms. They all have their own built-in algorithm, right? So whoever designed, whoever owns, whoever operates the app, whoever operates the company, they set rules pretty much behind their company. What videos get pushed, right? What can or cannot be said, what can be monetized and what cannot be monetized, what can you do or what you cannot do to improve your viewership, right? How are viewers seeing your content? All these things is how it's worked into an algorithm. So if I wanted to create a company and I only wanted to promote, I only wanted to let the people who made cooking videos get rich, right? I would set into my algorithm, I would set into the brain of my company, right? The coding into my company. I would understand that this is going to get pushed. Cooking content is going to get pushed because that's how I want my algorithm to work, right? Every company has their own algorithm, and you have to understand YouTube's in order to get successful, in order to make millions of dollars from YouTube, right? So I'm going to be breaking down the algorithm specifically in this video, and then in the next few episodes we'll get a little bit more in depth before I'll eventually have to stop and to get a little unfair to the people who's paying for this information. So let's get into it. So the YouTube algorithm is I would say honestly the easiest to understand across all social media platforms. The first thing and the main thing that you want to understand is the algorithm needs to know who you are, right? If the algorithm does not know who you are, it will be impossible to ever grow, ever to be a millionaire, ever to be successful on YouTube, right? The way you teach the algorithm, there's multiple ways to teach the algorithm who you are, who your audience is, why they watch what they watch, what videos do they like, right? But when you have a fresh starting brand new YouTube channel, YouTube has no data behind you, right? So in the next episode, you're going to see me walk through exactly how to set up your channel from scratch, or if you already have it set up, how to change the setup behind it to be more algorithm friendly and make yourself being successful on the platform that much easier. In this video, I'm just going to be explaining, right? So you need to understand, you need YouTube to understand who you are, who your audience is, their age group, every little piece of demographic, their age group, the type of videos they watch, right? And the reason that this is very important is because YouTube needs to understand who you are in order to promote your content to the right people, right? This is just how things work. So you have to be mindful of this at all times, no matter what you're posting, when you're posting, how you're posting, how you need to know your audience, and more importantly, you need YouTube to know your audience. Because if you're a fresh channel and you want to make videos about cameras and laptops and electronics, just for example, and you want to make these videos and you want to get rich from doing that, right? Your first video, if your first video is a camera review, right? And it gets 5 views. And your second video is a laptop review and it gets 7 views. And your third video is another camera review, right? What you're doing is you're telling YouTube the type of content you're going to be putting out, the type of content that you are giving to their platform, so that YouTube can in turn take your content, promote it, and show it in front of the right people so that you can get the right amount of clicks and eventually get money, right? Because on YouTube we get paid from not the likes, not the comments, not the subscribers. You get paid from views. So you can have you can have 2,000 subscribers. If you get 5 million views a month, you'll get around $40,000 to $50,000 for that month, right? If you have 5 million subscribers, but you get 100,000 views for a month, you'll get about $800 to $1,000 for that month, right? So that's the difference. So you want to make sure YouTube knows, and in order to do that, the first way in order to do that is to pick a niche, right? It's very important to pick a niche. How do you pick a niche? Well, what is a niche? A niche is pretty much just the category of videos that you're going to be doing, right? So the type of content can be, I want to be clear on this. The type of content you make has to stay the same. Well, the type of content you make can be different, but the category in which it's prescribed to needs to be the same. So, for example, you can make camera reviews, you can make camera unboxings, you can make camera how-tos, right? But what you can't do is make 5 videos about technology, cameras, laptops, and then the 5th video be about you cooking. And then the 6th video be about you shopping for fashion. And then the 7th video be a vlog of you and your dog, right? What you're doing is you're confusing YouTube. And since you're a brand new channel, or since you're a channel that maybe hasn't blown up yet, or even if you just want to take it to that next level, YouTube, like I said earlier, YouTube has to be extremely clear about who your audience is, because there's so much content coming on YouTube every single day. If you're doing things like going all over the place with your niche, doing different videos every other day, YouTube is confused now. And now YouTube has no idea who your audience is. They have no idea who to show your videos to. They have no idea how to get your video to 1 million+ views. And so that leads to a lot of unsuccessful stories for people who start YouTube channels, right? And that usually ends to people quitting, things like that. So the first thing you need to do is pick your niche. Your niche could be gaming, it could be vlogs, it could be reactions, it could be pranks, right? But even when it does get that, it needs to be even more specific than that, right? So if you're doing pranks, it could be a little bit more broad. But if you're doing reactions, but you're reacting to some gaming stuff on Monday, and then you're reacting to some fashion stuff on Tuesday, and then you're reacting to a shootout on Thursday, and then you're reacting to some jewelry on Friday, it's not really going together, right? So when you go to my main channel or even my second reaction channel, you're going to see that the consistency of the type of content that I'm reacting to is very, very similar, right? You're going to see shootouts, you're going to see a lot of these crazy situations that I'm reacting to, because I understand that that's what my audience wants. I can't give my audience a reaction to a helicopter ride, or a reaction to LeBron James scoring 70 points, or whatever it may be. They're not going to click on that, right? And even if they love, no matter how much they love Mula and they want to watch whatever he does, YouTube won't even show them that. Because if your audience is watching crazy videos, if your audience is, let's just say cookout videos, right? If your audience is watching cooking videos, as soon as they turn on YouTube, it's going to be a plethora of cooking videos suggested to them, so that they can just go on, click, they don't have to look for content, right? You have to understand that YouTube is not TV. So you can watch anything, whenever, however, on any device. You don't have to watch Sweet Life from 7 to 7:30 on Disney Channel, because that's all they're showing. And then you have to watch the next, it's not the same thing. It's TV. I can start, I can stop it. I can go to another channel, I can go to another video. I can completely stop watching this type of video and start watching a completely different type of video. You know what I'm saying? So YouTube has to know what their audience wants to give it to them, so that their audience stays on the platform, right? The quicker you understand that you have to think like the boss in order to be successful, you'll be successful, right? So knowing YouTube makes money from you, right? So why would they not want you to be rich? Why would they not want you to get 1 million views a video? They do want you, but you have to make that easy on them. Because like I said, if your audience does cooking videos, but you just did a skateboarding video, well, YouTube, would you show that to an audience who does cooking, right? If you have a business and you sell, you have a bar, let's say you have a bar on the corner, you're not going to sell towels at the bar, because you're not going to buy towels to put at your bar to sell, because people aren't coming here for that. They're coming here to drink. So you got to buy drinks. You got to do things that attract people who like to drink, right? You can't have a bar with a lot of 420 friendly things outside, no alcohol, nothing pertaining to anybody in the crowd of a bar. Think about it the same as just digitally on YouTube, right? So how do you help YouTube? How do you help YouTube promote your content? Like I said, first thing you have to do is pick your niche, and you have to be extremely specific with your niche. So for example, can I do reactions? Can I do other things than reactions? Yes. But they have to be specific to the type of content that I'm already producing. So I can go to the side and do story times, but those story times need to line up with the content I'm already putting out. And since I'm putting out shootouts, crazy situations, and I would have to tell stories about my personal crazy situations in order to appeal to my audience. So now that you've picked your niche, or now that you know you have to pick your niche, you might not have picked it yet, now you need to understand the differences that a niche will make. So a lot of people don't understand that your overall YouTube revenue is determined mostly off the type of videos that you're producing. So if you're producing gaming content, if you're producing reaction content, if you're producing child-friendly content like toy reviews or something like that, all those different contents have what's called a different RPM, right? RPM is pretty much how much you're getting paid per 1,000 views. So that's how YouTube measures it, right? So if I'm doing gaming videos and I get 100,000 views on that video, and my RPM might be a little bit lower for gaming. Gaming RPMs are usually around $7-8 for the most part, right? So if I'm doing $7-8 on gaming, that means I would get $8 per 1,000 views. So if I got 100,000 views, I would get 8 times 100, which is $800 for that specific video. But for example, if I was to do videos like this, financial type of videos, self-help videos, things like that, usually see RPMs of 10 all the way from 10 to $20, right? So really more on the upside of 15. So let's say $16, right? $16 per 1,000 views. For that same 100,000 views, I can have the same people watch it for the same amount of time, on different videos, and get a completely different amount of money for that video. So that same 100,000 views, now I'm talking about $1,600, double the price, just for doing the type of content that I'm doing, right? Now I do not want that to influence you too much to change the type of content that you produce. The type of content you produce needs to be based off what you like to do, what you're available to do, and what you can do, right? So all those three things are different. What you like to do, what's available to you to do, and then what you can actually do, right? As far as like the end product of the content. So if you don't know anything about finances, don't get on YouTube talking about finances thinking that you're gonna make more money, because it doesn't really work like that. But if you're a good gamer, don't stem away from gaming. Don't stem away from making that type of content because you're afraid of the RPM being a little lower than other videos. That's just the truth behind YouTube, the truth behind anything. You know what I'm saying? I learned a lot of my people come from the ghetto, so I'll break it down like this. Different drugs are different prices. You get what I'm saying? People pay different prices for different drugs, any type of product, right? Whether it's a t-shirt, this Fendi shirt, I'll pay $1,000 for this Fendi shirt, but I will not pay $1,000 for a Hanes t-shirt, right? Because the audience is different. When you look at YouTube, you're talking about advertisements. That's how we get paid. So you need to be mindful of the type of videos you're producing, and you need to also be mindful of the type of advertisements that you would get for producing that type of content. So since I'm producing this financial content, you're probably going to see ads during this video that is prevalent to the type of content I'm doing. So a lot of times you might see a course being sold as an advertisement, or maybe even a cryptocurrency application. They might try to promote to you. They might try to promote to you books that can help you with finances. Anything that has to do with money, business, anything promoting a business, right? This type of content pays well because the advertisers are charged a higher premium to pay YouTube, right? So understand, get it through your head that it's not just magic, right? You don't just get paid more because this type of content and this is how, no. You get paid based off the advertisers. If you're doing gaming videos, unfortunately, those advertisements aren't as expensive because, number one, there's an influx of gaming content on YouTube, right? There's no shortage of that at all, right? Number two, the gaming community, period, worldwide, the gaming market doesn't need to pay that high of a price to promote their game, right? So it's not like the same thing as somebody would pay to promote their business or their course, right? Games are already popular. If you're doing Call of Duty content, Call of Duty doesn't need to pay you top dollar to promote the game that you're kind of already promoting for them, right? Or another type of game doesn't need to pay you top dollar to put their advertisements on your videos, right? And it's the same way if you was to do TV. If I had a Disney Channel or if I had the Super Bowl, which one can I pay more? Can I charge more for advertisements? I can charge a lot more for the same type of ads, right? Or the same length of ads, the same video, whatever. I can charge a lot more on my Super Bowl program than I can on my Disney Channel program. And that's due to a lot of major factors that we don't have to get into, but I'll go over a few. We're talking about the audience, right? How old are these people? Most people who play games are children. Do children have money? No. So the price of advertisement will be a little bit lower. As far as like something like the Super Bowl, where you got people watching from 16 all the way to 75, I know that I can charge high because it's, first of all, the audience is bigger, right? And the demographic is different. I'm talking to people who have money. I'm talking to older people, you know what I'm saying? And that's the same type of people who like business, finances. You're talking to people who have money. So now you're doing a direct advertisement to consumer presentation, and somebody can literally click through an ad and click it right there. So what you have to really understand that. I know I was all over the place, but you have to really, really, really understand that, right? You have to really understand what the advertiser wants from you. You have to really understand why the advertiser is paying YouTube this much so that YouTube can turn around and pay you accordingly, right? So your niche is extremely important, and that's why I made this specific video. It's so important, and I'll show you with proof, right? So what you're looking at right now is a video that I did a few years ago on my main channel, right? And I was doing a video. This is before I really blew up and was doing the type of videos that I do now. But I went ahead and did a audience requested video, and I pretty much broke down how I went from being broke, living in my parents' house, to making about $2,000 to $4,000 a month without a job and moving out, right? Which is something a lot of people want to do. But it's also a finance video, right? It's also the same type of video that you're watching now. Like I said, it has a very high premium when it comes to how much advertisers pay. This video made this amount of money, and I believe that the RPM was about $16. You're looking at it right now. So it made me this amount of money for this amount of views, right? Which is a great, great, great rate. Now I want you to show the difference. Look at this video. This video is on my second channel, and it's a reaction to a crazy, violent, almost semi-violent situation, right? Look at the difference in revenue. Look at the difference in how much I made. Look at the views. Look how similar the views.
He made more money on that first video because it wasn't nothing semi-violent. This one, y'all see that? 11:15. That's his RPM for the violent video with Glock 9 on there. That other video, it was $16. So when you make violent content, semi-violent content, you know, reacting to the rappers and all that, you might get 11-15. But if you do financial content, you could get 16 per 1,000 views. Let me say it again. If you do reactions to the rappers doing crazy stuff, that kind of stuff, you can expect this kind of RPM, 11-15. Y'all see that? Top right. But if you do financial content, you can make more than that. You can make way more than that. That's what he's saying.
Views are, look at the view duration. All these things factor into how much you're going to be making. But the most important thing is picking the type of videos that you do make, right? Now, cheat code. I have 20-something channels. I would have 50 if I could, right? So I'm not saying that you have to lock yourself in to one category of videos. If you want to do skateboarding on Tuesday and you want to do fashion on Thursday, you can do that, just not on the same channel, right? Because you'll confuse YouTube. And remember, as I said, as I taught you earlier in the video, you want to make it as easy as possible for YouTube to know who your audience is, right? And before I get off of this video, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to break down exactly how you can do that, right? Number one, stay consistent to your niche. Do not drift off from your niche, okay? If you do jewelry, do jewelry. If you don't want to do jewelry anymore, start another channel. I don't care how successful that channel is. I don't care what you have going on. I don't care. You're going to literally mess up your entire operation trying to do multiple niches on the same channel, okay? And I'm talking about specifically, right? If you look at the news channels, they're only going to post news. If you do haircuts tutorials, Don't start doing dentist vlogs on Friday because you felt like it. Make a vlog channel, right? Because that's an entirely different audience. YouTube is going to target your videos to an entirely different group of people, and you don't want to confuse them doing it on the same channel. And then you got, after a while, you'll have basketball videos being promoted to people who like haircut tutorials. So yeah, some of those people might like basketball videos too, right? But most of them aren't. Most of them are only going to see haircut tutorials or whatever type of content that they look up. They're only going to see that. So if you start gathering an audience, I don't give a damn if it's 100 subscribers. If you have an audience of 100 subscribers and you get a consistent 5 views a video, if you change up the content on your video, I promise you, your content, the views, the algorithm will not reward you for that, right? So that's the first way. Stay consistent to your niche. The second way is increase view duration, right? So your view duration is pretty much how long somebody watched your video. How long did you retain your audience to watch your video and keep them on YouTube? You'll be rewarded for that, right? YouTube will promote your video more to more people because they're looking at it like, okay, if somebody watched, if 60% of the people who clicked on the video, 60% of that number, if they all watched 50% or 40% or more of the video, then now me as YouTube, I understand this is something valuable. Everybody that clicked on it liked it, right? They interacted with it. They watched it for more than 2 seconds. They watched a good chunk of it. I know that I can take the data from this person, figure out figure out another person, another user on YouTube who has similar data, promote this video to that person, and then we'll just keep growing it, right? So that's the second way, view duration. And then the third way is video interaction, right? So like I said, smashing the thumbs up button, commenting, did they subscribe from this video, right? So these are all different ways to let let YouTube understand your algorithm and understand your audience, what they like, what they don't like, right? The fourth way is to completely, and I mean completely, 100% devote yourself, your channel, in any kind of way to the type of videos that you're posting. I mean tags, descriptions, titles, your channel tags, your thumbnails, everything needs to fit the type of niche that you're making. It's what I call you're telling YouTube who to promote your channel to, right? So if you're doing music reviews, right? Music album reviews for Travis Scott or just for rap album reviews, anything like that, in your tags, it needs to say rap album reviews. Somewhere in your descriptions, it needs to say rap album reviews, right? And your channel tags. A lot of people don't know you have channel tags. When you go to YouTube, you go to settings, you scroll down, you go to channel tags. It's something that me as a viewer, I can't see what your channel tags are, but YouTube knows, right? And what you're doing is you're telling the brain of YouTube who to promote your channel to based off of, okay, I'm doing hip-hop rap album reviews, right? So that's in my channel tag, that's in my description, that's in my video tags, that's somewhere in my title, right? So this is pretty much telling YouTube the type of content you make, basically like putting in your own code. You're telling YouTube the type of content you make, and that's helping YouTube promote your video, right? So in this video, like I said, only thing I wanted to do was tell you how YouTube works, because that's the first thing you have to understand. Before you make a channel, if you already made a channel, then it's okay, it's whatever, you can keep moving forward. But for most people I know who you haven't really started putting videos out yet, the first thing you want to know is how YouTube works so that you can attack it in the right way. Literally the next video I'm going to post after this, well, not the next video in this series, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to set your channel up for success, right? I'm talking about all the ins and outs of your channels, how to upload, how to make the titles, everything, all the ins and outs of your the base channel. I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to set that up for success, okay? YouTube, again, I promise you guys, YouTube is a great way to make revenue. And there is something out there that everyone can produce that someone will watch. I don't care what it is. Whether you're passionate about haircuts, whether you're passionate about women, you could be passionate about fashion, you could be passionate about basketball, you could be passionate about skateboarding, you could be passionate about just video logging, vlogging your daily life. You can be passionate about anything, but I promise whatever type of content you do produce, there's a large audience in the world who will watch it, and YouTube will pay you top dollar for that content, okay? So it's a way to make I've made millions of dollars on YouTube. If I can do it, so can you. I have 13 plus years of experience, and I can break down YouTube better than anybody else on YouTube, right? Any of these popular YouTubers you see, yeah, they might have more followers than me, but to be honest, no shade, most of those people, it happened by accident. You're looking at somebody who has went through the fire. You're looking at somebody who started a channel at 10, 12 years old, 11 years, 13, 14, 15. I had a channel literally my entire life from different categories, right? And that's why I can tell you how things work, right? So again, if you guys want more information, if you really want to learn how to get rich from YouTube, I am coming out with a YouTube masterclass. It's going to be a little bit, tiny bit on the expensive side. It's not going to be cheap for you to learn how to make millions of dollars on YouTube, right? It's not going to cost $5 for you to learn how to make millions on YouTube, because in this course, I'm literally giving away everything that I've learned in 13 years of being on YouTube, right? If you guys are interested in that, you can pre-order the course right now. The link is in the description, MulaMembership.com. Go to the website, go to the courses section, and you'll see a pre-order for the YouTube Master Course. If you do want to learn, it should be out in about a few weeks, about maybe a month at the most. I'm still perfecting it. But if you want to pre-order it right now, you will get it for a cheaper price. If you guys want to sign up for anything that I have going on as far as the membership, go to that link as well. Go to my membership portal, and we'll go to my membership section and sign up so you can get access to the membership portal, where I do videos like this all the time. Stocks, crypto, business, YouTube, social media monetization, drop shipping, literally every way to be a successful entrepreneur in 2023, in the new age, in the new era. I'm teaching you step by step. Not only am I giving you video guides on a weekly basis in all these categories, but I'm also giving you one-on-one help via my group chat, and I'm giving you access to my stock and crypto traders, my inside traders. I'm giving you access to my inside analysis. I'm an inside analyst for stocks and crypto, who will give you the call outs that I get every single day, so that you buy the stocks and cryptos that I buy every single day, and you make the same amount of profit that I make, right? So thank you guys so much for watching. If you do like it, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in my next videos. Peace.
Y'all go mess with my boy Mula. Go look up his membership, man. Learn about these finances, man. It's the only way we're gonna break these generational curses. Assets only, no liabilities.